Hello and welcome. Today I will try if ChatGPT can help me generating synthesizer sounds. I know that AI is a very controversial topic, and so I will also address the philosophical implications. My first prompt was, can you show me settings for nice warm pad sound on the Prophet 5 synthesizer? I will use Reproof 5 to follow the instructions step by step and start by creating an init patch. Creating a lush warm pad on the Prophet 5 synthesizer is all about dialing in smooth envelopes, a soft filter setting, and slight detuning to create a rich, evolving sound. Here's a step-by-step guide for a classic warm pad. Okay, let's see if this actually works. Oscillator 1, set to sawtooth, or a mix of sawtooth and triangle for a softer tone. Well, that doesn't work because we have triangle only on oscillator B. What does it ask for oscillator 2? Set sawtooth. Okay, so we could actually switch them. So have sawtooth and triangle on B and sawtooth on 1. And we also want to have a slight detune. Neptune, you are sitting in the worst spot possible for this recording. All right. Cutoff frequency filter around 40 to 50%. You want the high frequencies to be tamed for warmth, but not so low that it becomes muffled. That's actually nice because it's not just giving us some settings to copy, but also explaining why we should use these settings. Resonance, low or none. Let's go for low. Envelope amount 20 to 30%. Key tracking 50%. Envelope. All right, so it asks us to use the same setting for both envelopes. All right. Attack 40 to 60. Let's do it like 50. Decay 0 to 30. Full sustain. Okay, I would say that this is the actual first mistake, because when sustain is at maximum, the decay knob has no effect, because decay is giving us a time. How long does it take to reach the sustain level? And if sustain is at 100%, it will never do anything. So we can have the same sound with different decay settings, and it will always sound the same. So this is maybe the first mistake, but nothing that will break our sound. Release around 50 to 60%. Okay. LFO rate. Low rate around 20 to 30%. Okay. Modulation depth. Apply to oscillator pitch or filter cutoff. Let's take it to the frequency of our oscillators. Okay, this is a bit too slow for my taste. I will increase the LFO speed. All right. Use triangle wave for smooth modulation. Yeah, of course. Unison and polyphony. Polyphony mode, make sure you're in polyphonic mode. Yeah, what would else make sense for a pad sound? Not unison. You can slightly detune VCO1. Yeah, we already did that. Effects, if available. So note that the Prophet usually don't have effects. Chorus or reverb. Adding a light chorus and a hall or plate reverb can enhance depth and warmth. Yeah, why not do that? Let's take a chorus from Bitwig. Never used that before. No idea how it sounds. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice. And we also need some reverb. And the modulation is a bit too steep. I would say this is a pet sound. Let's do another one and make it a bit more difficult by using a synthesizer which is a bit more complex than the Prophet. I asked ChatGPT to create a pet sound with the Waldorf Microwave 1. I will also use software in this case and load the Microwave 1 plugin and make it a bit smaller so it fits on the screen. Yeah, that's great. Init patch, single patch. Creating a lush evolving pet sound on the Waldorf Microwave 1, a wavetable synthesizer known for its complex timbres can bring out a very different character than traditional subtractive synthesis. Here's how to set up a nice evolving pet sound. Oscillators, wavetable section. Oscillator 1, choose a smoother, more harmonic-rich wavetable such as wavetable 7, piano-like timbres, or wavetable 16, organ-like sounds. Very interesting. I will quickly mute oscillator 2 and select wavetable 7. I'm confused because wavetable 7 is saw sweep. It's not a piano like wavetable. Also 16 is not an organ. 15 is an organ. At least it's called organ synth. And do we have something which is called piano? Electric piano would be 20. I think I will go for the organ wavetable because this is very close, 15 to 16, and it also says organ. This will give you a warm, rich tonal bass. Yes, indeed. Oscillator 2 optional, but you can mix a second wavetable for additional complexity. No, you can't, because on the Microwave 1 you have only one wavetable for both oscillators. You can definitely use different wave positions, so you can have actually different waveform, but you cannot use a second wavetable. So this is wrong. But I will still use the second oscillator and I will go for a different wave setting. Slightly tune, yeah, of course. Fantastic. Wavetable position modulation. To make the pad evolve over time, use LFO1, yeah, this one here, to modulate the wavetable position. Set the modulation depth so that the timbre subtly morphs as the sound sustains. LFO slow rate, triangle or sine wave, of course triangle. Okay, so we go to the oscillator page 1 and select this one here. That's way too fast for a pad sound. And also the second wave should be modulated. Okay. Yeah, let's skip the envelope 1 modulation because we already used an LFO to do that. Filter, low pass filter. Set the cutoff to around 30 to 50 for a warm, darker sound. Resonance, keep it low, around 10%. All right. Is it actually 10%? It's not going to 100. Yeah, like this. Filter envelope, set a slow attack. Yes. And a long release. Okay, here I'm missing the information that we actually need to tell the filter that it should use the filter envelope. A beginner might change the settings here and not open the modulation on that page. Amplifier and envelope. Yeah, so here we also need to have a long and smooth fade in and also a long release. That's nice, but something is kind of clipping here right now. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Okay, it's coming because the modulation is too steep. Ah, yes, okay. There should be a setting for this. What's happening right now, the last 3 or 2 waveforms on the wavetable are always basic waveforms like sine, sawtooth and square, and we are hitting these waveforms with our modulation. So I think that there was a setting for this somewhere, but I don't find it right now. So I will just make sure to be careful with my modulation. Yeah, that's great. LFO for pitch or filter modulation. Use a second slower LFO. So let's put the rate to 2 to slightly modulate the pitch or filter cutoff for subtle evolving movements. Yes, of course. Let's do it with the filter in this time. So I go to the filter page and select LFO2 as source. No, that was the resonance modulation. Then it also suggests again to detune the oscillators. And if the microwave one has a unison mode, you can use it to stack voices. Yeah, interesting. It doesn't know if it has a unison mode. It doesn't. So we need to do it a different way. And again, chorus and reverb. We can copy that from the other sound and see how it sounds. Okay, I think this is another sound that kind of works. Let's move on to sound where I can learn something, because I never really worked with the DX7 synthesizer. FM synthesis is quite complex, and so I will ask ChatGPT to help me design a sound with the DX7. To do this, I will use the Arturia version of the DX7. Neptune. You can't see Neptune, that's a pity. I need to... Hallo Neptune. Back to work. So this is the DX7. Let's create a new preset and activate the channel. The DX7, with its unique FM synthesis capabilities, can create some beautiful evolving pad sounds. To create a warm, lush pad on the DX7, you will want to focus on harmonic layering, subtle modulation, and smooth envelopes. All right. Algorithm selection, algorithm 5 or algorithm 6. That should be this one. I have no idea why. I just do it. Use all 6 operators to generate rich harmonics. Operators 1 and 2. Carrier modulation pair with subtle modulation, lower output level on the modulator. Okay, interesting. This actually means that the person who works with this needs to know already that this one, number 1, is a carrier and 2, a modulator. You could probably ask ChatGPT to explain this as well, but this might be some basic knowledge that you should already have. So, low output level on the modulator. Okay, and 3 and 4, slightly detuned from the first pair. Okay. Now that gives us some interesting timbre already. And 5 and 6 also modulated in pitch. Detuning. Detune the modulator operator slightly against the carriers by just a few cents to add movement and richness. All right, so this should be happening here. Okay. Output levels. Keep the modulator output levels fairly low. Yeah, I already did that. This ensures that the modulation is subtle and doesn't create overly harsh and metallic timbres. That would be too harsh, so it's suggesting a lower setting. The carrier operators should have higher output levels. Yeah, I already did that. Envelopes. For a smooth evolving pad, set the following envelope parameters for each carrier. Carrier. So 1, 3, and 5. Attack. Where is the envelopes? Here. Okay. Okay, now I have a problem because it's suggesting 50 to 60. Maybe this is a setting on the original hardware, which I also happen to have over there, but not here. So I can only draw this by hand. Oh, this is very confusing. Whoa. Okay, so you need to move the sustain point to get a slower attack here. Okay. We need to copy that to all. Can we copy this? Is there a copy paste thing? Not really. I don't want to copy the whole operator, so I need to do this again. So this was around 2 seconds. If you know how to copy only the envelope from one operator to the other, please let me know. It will speed up things in the future. Looks like you can create a lot of nodes here as well, and also delete them. Go away. For the modulator operators, use similar envelopes, but with slightly shorter attack and release time to keep the harmonic content moving. All right. So nice. Low frequency oscillator waveform. Where is the LFO? Do we have an LFO? Maybe here in the mod section? Yeah. Triangle. Slow rate, whatever this is. Modulation target. Apply the LFO subtly to pitch or amplitude to create a soft movement. How is this supposed to work? So we have LFO1, and we want tuning. Also for the amplitude, how's this supposed to work? Maybe volume? Ja. Neptun nicht gegen das Mikrofon. Interesting. The DX7 doesn't have built-in effects, but adding an external chorus or reverb will enhance the pad greatly. Yeah, they all know the tricks. So let's take the chorus and reverb from the microwave sound over to the DX7. Frequency ratio adjustments. Yeah, they are set to 1:1. If you want more complexity, okay, so that could be. Okay, or 1:3, or maybe both. Very nice. I like this. This is a sound I would never come up with on my own, to be honest. I like that. It's also suggesting bringing down the velocity sensitivity. I have no idea where this is in this software. Yeah, I'll just skip it. It's probably in the mod metrics. Yeah, okay. So actually we have no velocity sensitivity at all, do we? No, we don't. All right. Yeah, so we are finished. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So, what does that tell us? I think ChatGPT can help us creating sounds. And also, I think it's also quite beginner friendly. Of course, ChatGPT will not replace professional sound designers. But I think for people who want to create their own sounds and have no idea where to start, it might be a good idea to prompt something and start building a sound. Because I think when you start to build a sound from scratch and do it step by step, you will learn more about a synthesizer and its sound design capabilities rather than just browsing through presets. So I think that this is quite a nice thing to do. And also it might help to explore a new synthesizer. Like I said, I never programmed my own sounds on the DX7, but maybe I can just try some sounds with ChatGPT and see what happens. Very interesting. Let me know what you think. Please be nice. I know that AI brings all the haters. Probably a lot of people who didn't watch the video will post something mean because I'm using AI to do something. For me, it's just a tool. You know, it's like any other tool, and you can use it to be creative or you can't. And your creativity is not determined by the tool. It should not. You should be creative, and then you can use tools for it. And you can use old tools, new tools, expensive ones, free ones, whatever. I think, yeah. So let's be friendly about this. I'm very sorry, you can't really see Neptune because the camera is too... Yeah, here's Neptune. Neptune. Yeah. See you next time.